Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. Hope you're having a wonderful day. This is the eve of one of the biggest knife collection sales I've ever had. Now remember, my philosophy is get the best collection you've ever had and then slowly, when you're done collecting, slowly sell it back to people who you really have faith in the knife collection business, because I bought a lot of knives and now I've sold a lot of knives to you, the viewers of my YouTube channel and the people who have followed me on Instagram. It's not a big bunch of people, it's not hundreds of thousands of people, but you guys have been dedicated, and I know you like the knives and the collection and the building of the collection. Can't be me, because I'm not a good I'm not that good on YouTube, but I love the knives and I've been doing it for, I don't know, close to 10 years. There are a lot of videos on this channel. I hope you take advantage of those. So, the sale, 218 knives being sold as I record this tomorrow. That's June 1st, 2024, starting at noon. At noon, we have 73 Spyderco knives. I have the preview of that noon table. It's already on the channel. Go check it out. At 2 p.m., 56 Spyderco knives and 3 Chris Reeve fixed blade knives. That preview is on the channel. Check it out. At 4 p.m., we have 42 Spydercos, including some Spyderco fixed blade knives. The preview is already on the channel. Please check it out. And now at 6 p.m., these are the knives, 47 knives, which will include some customs. In fact, when I get ready to go through the customs, I think I'll bring them closer to the cameras. I'm sorry, the framing of the cameras aren't that great. I have 218 plus knives all over my table, so it's hard to operate. It's not business as usual. And this table, I almost get all the knives in frame. The sale, as usual, will be USA only. PayPal only. Do not use friends and family, please. That gets me in trouble with PayPal. Plus, I pay all the dues to PayPal out of the money that you pay me. Plus, I like that PayPal makes sure that your knives get to you. Okay? So I want to take full benefit of PayPal for me and for you. All right? First come, first serve. Check out some of the past sales videos, please. Get a sense for how the sale works. On the description page of the videos, you'll see the rules and you'll see a lineup of the old knives and their prices. So you get a feel for it. Because tomorrow, I have all these preview tables. This is a preview table as well. But tomorrow, exactly at 12 noon, you'll be able to start buying that noon table. Okay? And the video that I start the sale with is just me going down, touching each knife and telling you the price. But on the description page of those videos are a list, numbered list of knives and their prices, and also the rules. It'll have my email address and it'll also have the rules. Okay? All right. If you're lucky enough to win the knife, remember this is first come, first serve. If you're lucky enough to win the knife, include the knife name in your PayPal. It just makes everything a lot easier for me. Okay? You can buy more than one knife. You can buy more than one knife at a time, but you have to be committed to it. So if you send me an email saying, I want these 5 knives, and you name the knives, and I go, okay, then you'll have 10 minutes to send the money for all 5 of those knives to PayPal. Or I go to the next person. Usually what happens is someone says, I want these 4 knives, and I say, okay, 2 of them are sold, 2 of them are available. They're yours. Then you have to be ready to buy those 2. And in 10 minutes, send the money to PayPal. All right? Once you buy them, on Thursday, I ship out all the knives. It's just me. This is not Blade HQ. It's just a 65-year-old guy selling you from his collection. So have patience, but I will get in touch with everyone on whether they want a knife or not. So let's go through with this. This table, we're going to start with the custom knives. Let me put them down here so you can see them a little better. They're up top, and let's go through them this way. I want you to look at the custom knives because it's the last time you'll see them. Also, hold on, I'm going to make an ugly camera move. As I told you, it's out of necessity with all the knives I have on my table. Do I have all of... Hold on, I'm sorry, guys. Here's like the real lights. I just had my work lights up. I hope that's better for everyone. These are not pretty videos, but they're necessary to give you a look at everything. By the way, I didn't say this. This is going to be a long video. I'm talking like it's a long video too. You should fast forward it, stop it, rewind it, etc. so that you can see the knives that you're interested in. Also, guys, every single knife you see has its own video on this channel. So when you look at the knife or knives that you're interested in, check out the video on this channel so you can do your research. Okay, let's start. Sorry for all the rambling, but I wanted to get information out since this is the last table. Alrighty. I have 2 Bodega 2 knives. Bodega 2 knives. I can tell you they've never been used. There's a little blemish on her cheek. I haven't polished these up yet. I will before I send them to you. I can tell you, I spent $2,600 on these. Never used. In great shape. I'm selling them for more than half off. Okay? This is the Bodega 2.0 Dragon Lady with N690 steel. Of course, titanium. Take a look at the videos on this. It's just beautiful. Then I have the Bodega 2 Norseman. Again, with the black blade, N690. The Norseman. Again, never used. I bought for $2,600, right from the beg folks. Let's see, what was I going to say? After this, I will probably get a third party to sell these, and so you'll never see them at the prices that you're going to see them again. Same with this one. Very unique knife, a Mayo hawkbill blade with Damascus. This was a knife that Mayo had on auction, but for some reason didn't sell at one of the knife conventions. So I'm the first to own it. Again, over $2,000. Again, less than 50% of what I paid for it. This is a Tim Britton Tango. If you know, you know. It has no edge on it. It's new. It came new to me and it didn't have an edge on it, and I didn't put one on it. Here's a George Mueller LLCC flipper. Just a beautiful work of art. Again, there is a video on this channel about this one. It wasn't as much as the bags and the mayo, but I took off a big discount on what it went for. Everyone was talking about a Robert Carter. Here I was buying all of these, standard knives from Spyderco and Chris Reeve, and I wasn't in the custom, but I was watching all the custom people. So this Robert Carter custom generalist, and look at I love what he did with the pocket clip. He did that after I bought it. Put this up for auction. I won the auction. And then he contacted me and said, wow, you had to pay that much because it was a competitive auction. Let me do something about the clip. And he did. Just a wonderful knife. Never used. I've had it. That was my first custom knife. I've probably had it for 8 years or so. All of these knives, give it a little kiss and more attention to them than I've given. But none of them have been used. All of them big time discounts. Big time discounts. T.A. Davison had an auction for this slip joint, custom slip joint. If you know T.A. Davison, big on Instagram, a wonderful custom knife maker, mostly of slip joints. Just so well done. CPM 154 steel. The very well-known Richard Rogers. For some reason, I forget, I think I had just joined his page on Instagram, and he came up with this, the prototype. He was working on the prototype for this. It's a custom S2. See that nail nick that goes all the way up the blade? So well done. With G10 scales, CTS XHP steel. Just a real nice custom slip joint. Those are the custom knives. Okay? And again, all favorably priced, all in great condition. I love Serge Panchenko. I think I always mispronounce his name. I'm sorry for that. I followed him a long time. Love his knives. Again, all of these knives are already on the YouTube channel. As you know, that's me, guys. All of his knives, these are the beans. This is an acid stonewash bean tie, M390 steel. As you know, if you know anything about Serge's knives, he has a website. He posts them on Instagram and they're gone in minutes. I was lucky enough, and when I say lucky, I mean lucky enough to get these knives. Here's the bean cleaver. All of these very reasonable knives. Most of them are custom. The others are mid-tech. Remember the days of mid-tech? That means the knife maker does most of the work but goes out of house for some of it. Slip joint. His Persian slip joint. And then they'll be listed on the description list. My back is killing me. Let me remind you that the sale is June 1st. June 1st at noon. PayPal only. USA only. First come, first serve. These, I have 4 of what have become some of my favorites. These are the Surge claw coins. These 2 are custom. You can tell by the logo. See those? And then here are 2 of his mid-techs. All of these are reasonably priced, pretty much the same at my sale. Titanium, blue, carbon fiber, the other with the pattern. Just a real nice knife. Those are the customs. We'll talk about more mid-techs when we get to Browse blades. This right here, again, told you it'd be long because I'm going slow, giving you a lot of information, but also talking a little bit about the knives. You'll get the prices. This is the 6 p.m. table. At 6 p.m., you'll see a video that I put up. It'll show this table. I'll touch them all and tell you the prices, but really, the benefit of that video is the description, where it lists all the knives and the prices and gives you the rules of the sale. This is a Hinderer XM18 3-inch blade, S35 VN steel. This is not one of the newer ones. Someone bought it last time, got it, then asked me, was it a newer one? Or I think right before I sent it out. And I said no, and so it's still in the collection. But it's a real nice, if you've never had a Hinderer, this is your chance to get a 3-inch XM18, real reasonable. Here's a knife again, watching a lot of knife videos and just really loving knives. And I kept seeing all the Medford videos, and I love the little Panzer named after the tank. So I bought it, never used it. It is as pristine as you can get it. Didn't fiddle with it. Black blade, D2, the Tanto, as overbuilt as you come to expect from Medford. Tan G10, and boy did I cut the price on this. Boy. Microtech Truodon, I always mispronounce it. The Mini 204p steel automatic. I cut the price from the last time I offered this. The other, again, all these knives have their own videos. Microtech Exocert with 204p SP steel. Believe me, you won't find the price any better anywhere else for that. This fourth table is different. I have to almost touch every single one of them. Last time I said, you see those 5 delicas? Anyway, here's a ProTech Sprint automatic. Never offered this before. S35VN steel. It's a nice, reasonable ProTech Sprint. I had a very large Wee knife collection. In my last sale about 6 months or so ago, everything went quickly. Surprised me. And it's not the newer designs. It's the designs I believe, well, I loved. I haven't bought anything from them, from the newer designs. But I loved these designs. 3 of some of my favorites didn't go. And I think they didn't go because the last sale was like a fire broke out. I think they were overlooked. On these sales, remember, you can still look at what's left over on Sunday and email me and ask if it's still available and get in. But anyway, let's talk about the Wee knife. This is the Angst Flipper. One of my favorites. So lightweight. G10 and carbon fiber. Look at that blade. So nice. Liner lock. The slip joint. The small one sold so quick. Wee knife. Just a beautiful S35VN steel knife. And then it's the Bishop. Gray tie bolster, carbon fiber. It's a nice flipper. I have to explain this Chris Reeve knife. Okay? I just have to explain it. So, this is a mutt, but it does have a bit of a story behind it. I had a lot of Chris Reeve knives. At one point in my collection, I had 55 Chris Reeve knives. Don't believe me? There's a video for it. But of course, I started when everything was S30V or S35VN. And I missed out on BG42 steel that everyone kept talking about. So the guy was selling a classic Sabenza and with a BG42 steel blade. Now there's no writing on BG42 steel blade. So I bought it, and when I got it, there was a card, Chris Reeve card, that talked about replacing the S30V steel with a new blade. And I believe the old S30V steel blade is in the box too. The box is trash. The card is minty. But that was the switcheroo that they did. It performed super well. It's a great knife. Now, it is a mutt, but believe it or not, I wasn't that stupid. I was okay with the replace blade, by the way, but I never offered it for sale because it's different, right? And a lot of times I didn't want to have to explain it. However, when the Classic was produced, there weren't enough S30V steel to make all the blades. So some of them actually did come out. They actually came out with BG42 steel. Again, BG42 isn't listed in any way on the blade. All right. If you guys hear like a saw, an electric saw or something that comes in, for some reason, my apartment complex has decided to work on the apartment above me in the middle of this. But I'm going to keep going. So if you thought this was slow, it's going to be even more slow because of that. It's not perfect, but it's giving you the information for the sale. Yeah, I have a Letterman. It just stayed in my case. I never used it. Never used any of these knives. Never used my Leatherman. It's a Leatherman free P4. So we're selling that. I fell in love with Browse Blade knives. These Browse Blade knives are not the Chinese or Japanese knockoffs. They're not knockoffs. He worked with them to do low-cost knives with his designs. God bless him, to make money. But these are really the ones that he made off his website. The older ones, all of them with D2 steel, carbon fiber, and G10. So these are his mid-techs. They're all from limited releases, so they're all numbered. I just loved them. Still love them. Silent Soldier, that's where a lot of people loved him in the beginning with his fixed blades. Then he came up with these neck blades. These are blacked out Silent Soldiers. The original design. This is the Ranger. And this, my baby. You guys know I love hawkbill blades. This is the Hawk. All of them D2 steel. All of his knives were D2 steel at this time. These come with a sheath and a ball chain because they're neck blades. Kydex sheaths. Just really nice. Then he decided he wanted to make, now let's see if I can do this. Yep. He wanted to make a Silent Soldier flippers. All right. And what he started with was this. This is the carbon fiber version. I don't know if you can see, but inside, each of these are numbered. In this case, he made 500 of them. He always did an blacked out version, an acid stonewash version, and just a satin version. Okay? Now, the reason I said watch this, let me see what I could do, is he was really known, especially on these, to do a push button. See how nice it flies out? But if you did a traditional, I'm pulling it back, guys, because I have no fingernails. And look, I'm old. When you get old, you'll understand. But these are in perfect condition, all numbered. So he started with this. Then he came with his first frame lock. That's sold. I sold that one. Okay. And at the end, he did this one. This isn't in the order, but I'll do it anyway. This is a blacked out, actually, it's not. Acid stonewash, see that? D2 blade with G10. This is actually an earlier version of the knife. I mean, a later version of the knife. And then there's a series of knives, guys, that I call no hole, that are called no hole. It's a silent soldier knife. Now remember, a silent soldier, all of them have a hole in there. See, this is how you grip it. For a choil has a hole, so you have total control. Same with here. But then he made 100 versions of the no hole. Okay, a satin, 100 of them. Satin, what's this? Sorry, guys. He got me because that push, I forget. Here's the acid stonewashed. Now remember, there's 100 of them. Oh, those two are frame locks. Those two are liner locks. These are they're frame locked, D2 steel, no hole in them. There are only 100 of them. Okay? They were evenly split. I think one more satin than all the others. Satin, acid stonewash, blacked out version. These are so hard to find. They really are. There's only 100 of them. So basically, there are only 97 of them out in the wild and not on this table. If you find them, they go for a lot of money. I have, because I'm retired and I'm trying to sell not only these, but I'm trying to, not only my knives, I'm selling a bunch of my collections. I said it in another video, so I'll say it here. I'm turning 65 in July. I've retired. I'm moving out of my apartment that I've been in for 21 years. I moved here for my job. And moving back closer to my 3 kids. And so my apartment always looked like a storage place of book collections and coin collections, etc. So I now want to go minimalist. A DVD collection of 2,000, all kinds of stuff. So what I'm doing is I'm going to open up after this sale. I'm going to open up a eBay, Keith Kevin Ken -0 eBay. And then some of the content, I'll do some knife content, but I'll also do on this table, I'll do what I'm going to list on eBay every day. And you'll see technology out of the wazoo. A lot of things I never got around to opening. So it's an interesting mix. So that'll be the content you'll be seeing on this channel as we go forward. Anyway, those 3 are the no holes. You won't see 3 no holes in anyone's collection. Okay? You'll barely see 1. Again, only 100 made. And then before everything went super crazy I think it's Chinese. So don't mix these up with the Chinese $30, $45. These originally were $400+ I am not selling them at all close to that. Okay, trust me when you see the prices. But he did do an XL of the no hold, really. No hole, which is just Silent Soldier, which is just beautiful. Titanium, D2 steel, perfect condition. One thing that Browse did that the other custom people did, you'd be surprised what they sent me. You know, most of these came in like baggies. Yeah, the 2,600, over $2,000 knives. But Browse, you get those, you get a little Pelican case and all kinds of stuff with it. So he really packs them in well. So let me go through the other Browse blades. I know I've been going a long time on this table. Just this table kind of means something to me. even more than the others. But please, forward, rewind. I know you're looking at this to get what you need out of it for the sale, and I'm happy to give this to you. So, this is the caliber. What he would do is he would do the regular titanium or G10 scales and, the blacked out version, the acid and the satin. And then on his website, he would have little custom pieces. And when I say custom scales or something a little bit different with the knife. This is for a little bit more money. And this is the caliber like that. See the carbon fiber and the cut-ins that he did on that? Very talented knife maker. Again, these were mid-tech. Let's see. This is the center. Carbon fiber scales, full liners, satin. Liner lock. D2 steel. All of these have D2 steel. Look at this chunky monkey. What a beast. It's called the Reloader. I love this thing. Look at the G10 and how it's carved out. Look at the back spacer. The liners. All blacked out. Yeah, liner lock. It's a real nice knife. I don't know. Some of these, again, he did do the cheap version, Chinese cheap versions. Again, unlike some of you, hey, I'm old school. You be you. People who hate anything that's not USA made, God bless you. People who aren't that crazy, doesn't matter, God bless you. Okay? People who spend their time talking about what other people like, I just don't have any time for them. I don't care. I just want everybody to just be happy. Sounds crazy, but that actually used to be the ongoing sentiment for people. Anyway, but these are the real McCoys. You won't find them for less on the internet, and definitely not in the condition that these are in. VR71, yeah, they flop out. His flippers flip. Now, when you guys buy, and you should, the Silent Soldier flippers, they're so limited and so beautiful and so wonderful. Remember, they're push button. Okay? The other ones, he got so much about his push button that they're kind of more traditional flipper. D2 steel. Look at this beast. Carbon fiber. I love his carbon fiber. It's as smooth as silk, or it's artistically carved up. This right here is the Strife. Chunky carbon fiber. Look at the back spacer. Liners. Blacked out. D2 liner lock. I do, one of my friends, people who love Browse Blade nowadays are fewer than the people before, but man, they love their collections. That's why they're hard to find. That's what a guy said. He said, Kevin, you're about 8 years too late selling this part of your collection. These will not break the bank, but when I used to go for them, all of them 400 plus, they were breaking my bank. No, they weren't. I was just starting and I was just drooling over all of them. You collectors know what I mean. These are the divisions. This is a mini division. Oh, I didn't do the Enforcer. I'll talk about the division. Karambit, his Enforcer, acid washed. Is it frame? Yes. Liner lock. D2 steel. His clips are nice too. Okay, so here's a mini division. Here's his daddy. This is the regular division. Yeah, beast, 4.4 inch blade, the regular division. 3.5 inch is the mini. So the mini division, liner lock, carbon fiber, blacked out. Look at this thing. Division, just a. And then I think I got an acid washed one too. I love this big knife. Again, limited edition, all of them. I also have a small division and a large division that's customized. I'm not, the scales are. One is great, gray. The other is blue Kitech. But that's why I don't touch any of the knives that I get. I let you, the buyer, you can do whatever you want. I respect what people do with their own knives. But the Kitech one is wonderful and smooth, but someone messed with it. And the certificate has the wrong number for the blade, but it's a nice beast, so I'm just keeping that one. Maybe I'll put it on eBay or something, or sell it to one of you guys with the explanation. And the other one just doesn't flip as nice as I would like it. It's beautiful gray gray titanium with a black blade. It's just beautiful. But I didn't want to put it in here because someone will say it doesn't flip great. That's one you probably want to mess with to make it flip the way you want it to flip. But it's not available right now. All right? Yeah, I've been taking a long time. I'm sorry. It's already 42 minutes. You guys have forwarded and all that. Sorry about that. I just haven't talked to you in a long time. Okay, let's talk about these Phoenix knives. These are the last knives that I'll go over. These are the Paragon knives. Here's the Warlock. This is the one that I got first. That's the lock. You press in both of these at the same time, and that releases the blade. I'll tell you, it takes a while. Well, I'm reaching around. This is my excuse. I'm reaching around the camera and a tripod, guys. But you get pretty good at this. And you talk about something that you want to meddle with until you get good at. This is the knife. Look at this. I remember getting it. I was so frustrated. I said, this thing will never work. And it does. It's so well done. That's the Warlock. Aluminum with S30V steel. They have a lot of other things. Okay? They have an automatic. They've got these in Star Wars. They've got a lot of other models. I just love to stick with the regular. And at first, I just stuck with the Warlock. And then they came out with the Phoenix. And a Phoenix is easier to control. See? Look at that. Acid wash. Look at the ridges on top. I love that stuff. It's beautiful. This is the Phoenix styling. A lot thinner. I bought 2 of them. Kind of by accident, but I didn't send it back because I loved it so much. So those are the Paragon Phoenix, 2 Phoenixes, and the Warlock. There you have it. Sorry it took so long. I hope you took advantage of fast forwarding. I just miss talking to you guys. And the other videos I did in the middle of the night, so I was so sleepy. I didn't get a chance to do it. So please forgive an old man rambling with friends, okay? But those are the knives. You can check them out. Each of them have their own videos. You probably already saw them, or you can go back into my inventory. I'm knocking wood because I love the collection that I created. I had a complete Spyderco collection for that time, and I love all the knives that I've had and all of the knives that I've sold to my YouTube and Instagram friends. And I leave that behind. The other thing I leave behind are probably mediocre videos compared to some of the other people who do YouTube, but no one outdoes the inventory in the videos. And so that'll be, as long as YouTube doesn't erase all of my stuff, you can always go back as reference when you buy something or whatever, at least see some knucklehead talk about his impressions of the knives. People always criticize me, say I never say anything bad about a knife. And the reason is I bought those knives. I got rose-colored glasses. Sorry. Actually, I just love the knives. I didn't take knife collecting serious. I was a vice president in the business that I did. I took that serious. Probably too serious. When you get to 65, you realize a career isn't a life. Not the same thing. Not the same thing. Even when you have a great one that does you well with that work satisfaction, all that. I love my job, but I wish I spent more time with family and friends. So here you are. The biggest sale ever. Tomorrow, as I post this, June 1st, 2024, USA only, PayPal only, first come, first serve. Check out a past sale on YouTube so you can look at the description page to see how the pages will look when I post those videos. All of the prices have been cut and are in great prices. Some knives, earlier I took pictures on Instagram of some bundles, and some knives aren't in there. I had case knives. I'm not selling the case knives. I had some other fixed blade knives, and the reason is when I went through the prices, given PayPal and shipping and all of that, I'd probably get, $10 off of the knife. And while I want you guys to have knives, I don't want to run around for $10. My time, and it's even less of it now, is worth a little bit more than that, so I just keep it. I've got, I got 5 grandkids, all boys, and I have a son and 2 daughters. So, and maybe I'll bundle them at some point and just do a quickie for you guys on YouTube of a bunch of knives or something, but that's why I replaced them. That's why you don't see my huge collection. Hey, I'm rambling because it's the end of the video. You could have shut it down. That's why I have a huge collection, a huge variety of smaller Spyderco knives. Ladybugs, man bugs, all kinds of things. Crickets that I haven't sold, partly because of the price. And also, those are easy to handle. You can, you can do a minimal life and have, a nice box full of those keychain knives. I'll do a video about what I have left over. Someone suggested it, and I will do that after the sale. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Good luck on the sale. Sorry I rambled so much. Goodbye.